And we're live! Hello everyone, good morning, good afternoon, happy time zones wherever you might be. I'm Emma and welcome back to the House of Hubris here on twitch.tv/Saracent. Welcome back to the Zero Escape Trilogy and now part 11 of Virtue's Last Reward. This game is large. It's just very large. Apologies for the slightly delayed start time. As ever, I'm going to click continue just so we don't get the cinematic. Sorry for the slightly delayed start time. I got distracted playing GeoGuessr, I don't know what to tell you. And just caught the name of this episode. Yes, well, I am up with the memes of a solid decade ago. And also, chat, don't let me forget, I can't run long today. I have to be finished, if anything, a tiny bit early because I have to go and do quiz at 5 because that is my life. Yes. But I'll remember that. I can do a tiny amount of time management, surely. So if you heard last time... thanks for the reminder. I can't run along today. Good, I've forgotten. If you were here last time, we went through a couple of different things. We saw Alice's tragic backstory, and then we went to a different timeline, and Alice got the screaming brain plague and killed herself. And then Clover was freaking out about it, but then we received the knowledge from another timeline that she killed herself because of the screaming brain plague. And now we went through the white door. Finally. Those have been taunting me for a very long time, the ones in Warehouse B. And yes, so we have gone through the white door, and as you can see, we are in the director's office, and it's pulled that thing that the first game did so successfully and completely blindsided me at the time, but now I am wise to your trick, Zero Escape, where it's like, you're at the end of the flowchart. Oh, but only kidding, now that you've got past this plot trigger, have some more flowchart on top of it. Flowchart is now large. I mean, it was already large, it is now larger. And we're in the director's office, so let's go and check that out, shall we? Can't remember who we're with. Oh yes, and we had just gone into the escape room segment. Here's a balloon. Door. Okay, not a big room. And red thing on wall. What's red thing on wall? There's red paint on the wall. It looks like there's an outlet right next to it. Oh yeah, also we cured Quark. Oh yes, we're with Quark and Termites, I think. Why would somebody put an outlet this high up? Well, it's probably not an electrical outlet.
What is it then?
I think you're supposed to insert something into it. That doesn't preclude it being an electrical plug. You meant to insert something into a plug socket. It's a plug. Sure. There's red paint here too. A bookshelf. There's some paint inside it. Also this tablet.
It looks like a tablet.
I mean, I know, the captions told me so.
Does it work?
No. There's an empty slot on the back.
So it doesn't have a battery?
Guess not.
And maybe if we can find a battery...
Might be able to turn it on. Huh. This is cheap brandy. Wow. Are you in any position to judge? Alcohol this bad shouldn't even exist. Wow. Takes being had today. So I think it's best if I dispose of it safely with my... Oh, well, there we go. I'll be taking that. Try putting it there before. Just put it back. Did you really expect something to happen? No, I wasn't trying to put it back. I was trying to examine that green thing. Not really. Bookshelf, there's some paint inside it. The paint says Al. Here we have some books. A historical adventure saga. Come on then, what's it a knockoff of? A historical adventure saga. There are 3 volumes. Okay, we're not going to give you any more detail than that. This game is so arbitrary in its choice of where detail happens. Here we have some literary analyses. And some philosophy books. And can we open the door? No, presumably to open that door we have to arrange things in a specific order. What's this? Is it one of those vacuuming robots you see on TV? I know this is me speaking from 9 years after this was made, but I love that this is set in 2028. And we have quantum computers and all kinds of super advanced science, and Sigma still sees a Roomba and just goes, "What is this sorcery?"
You got me. Looks like a machine of some sort.
Well, is it turned on?
I don't think so. Let's see if... no, no luck.
Huh. Nothing.
Might as well give up. Wow, dedication, Sigma.
Yeah, let's go look at something else. We can always come back to it later.
That's how you frame it. Thank you, Quark. Right. Over here we have... This is like in the pressure room. And this safe is really big.
There's got to be like $100 billion in there.
You're such a kid.
Maybe they're just hiding something they really don't want people to see.
Like some
videos.
No, it's not a porn safe. Tenmyoji, why would you think it was a porn safe? The only reason you would think that is because you have your own porn safe. Not everybody has a porn safe like you. I'm not sure I like the way you said that.
Let's just open it up and find out.
I don't think... See?
Is it locked?
Yeah.
There's a circular input panel on top of the handle.
You personally use a directory labeled taxes. Well, now you've put that on Twitch and everybody knows. You'll have to change what it's called.
It looks like the one on the pressure exchange chamber's door.
I mean, my personal take is just use a folder labeled porn, and then if people open it, they open it, and they know what they were getting themselves into. So if we just do the same thing we did then, when you click the yellow guide ring, other things will things. Right, let's do it. Except we won't, because we don't know what's connected to what.
If you don't know that, you're probably missing some information.
Hey,
What's up?
what about that globe?
Globe? Cool, just randomly mention things. I thought you weren't meant to be giving hints at this difficulty level, everybody. Well, I'll check the globe in a minute. We are going anti-clockwise or burst. Here's a computer, and what's this?
I checked it out earlier, but I think it's just a business card holder.
Business card holder?
Yeah, it's fire where you put business cards.
They've all got these weird shapes on the back. What is this, Squid Game?
I think maybe if you line them up in a particular way, then you get some sort of hint.
Place the business cards in the correct order. Oh, well, I guess we can give it a shot. What, am I alphabetizing them? These are terrible business cards. What happens if we just alphabetize them? I don't know what it says about my particular brain that you present me with a pile of mixed up stuff, and my immediate reaction is, well, let's just alphabetize them just in case. Okay, we were not supposed to alphabetize them. Okay, so we'll be... there's probably another clue for it. I don't get it.
Maybe you don't have enough information.
Yeah, I heard that already.
Well, well, well. What do we have here? Haven't seen a computer this old in a while.
Something on the screen.
Is that a lion eating a hamburger?
I really don't think so.
I think the lion's got 2 heads.
Looks like a monster from Greek myth or something.
Looks Looks like it's asking for an ID and password under the lion.
Huh. Keyboard doesn't seem to be working, though.
I guess we can't enter anything then.
Okay. Here we have a drawer. This is locked. Ah, it's not opening.
Is it locked?
Yeah, it's like...
Don't see anything that looks like a keyhole, though.
Is this diamond-shaped hole in the middle, though? How does that not look like a keyhole? A slightly weird-shaped keyhole, but it's still obviously a keyhole. You can tell because it's on a metal plate in the middle of a drawer.
Do you think we're supposed to stick something in there? Yes, it's a keyhole!
Here we have question mark. What is this? One of the training machines you see on late-night infomercials?
I think it's a facial recognition device.
What?
You put your hands on either side and hold your face in front of that lens. Then it checks your face against whatever it's got in its database.
Oh. Huh. How did you know that?
I'm in the salvage business.
Oh, that tracks.
Every so often one of these babies shows up.
It doesn't look like it's turned on.
Yeah, nothing happens when I put my face in front of it.
There's something to the right of the lens over there that looks an awful lot like a keyhole. If we had a key for it,
I think maybe we could turn it on.
I assume so.
What's with this balloon? It's a balloon. You want it, Quark?
I don't need a balloon. I'm not a kid.
Yes, you empirically are. Really? How old are you?
I'm 20.
What? No way.
Gotcha!
Hilarious. Over here we have this cabinet and some lag. There's a screen built into the credenza. Oh, sure. Sigma, PhD and idiot, but he knows what a credenza is. There you go. Sigma's PhD is in furniture design. You heard it here first.
There's something on it.
Starting up. Please wait. What's it starting?
Beats me.
Well, my money says that just means it won't do squat if you mess with it right now. How about you go have a look at something else?
Well, okay then. Here's a globe. We were told to look at the globe earlier.
Hey! Globe.
Doesn't it look kind of weird? I think somebody glued a piece of paper to it.
Let's see if we can get it off then. I didn't see that at all. We found a world map. To visit it, view the files. Aha! White to blue, pink to green, yellow to purple. White to blue, pink to green, yellow to purple. No, that's wrong. White to blue, pink to green, yellow to purple. No. No. I feel like something's going to have to detour through the center line. Yeah, I think that might actually do it. Then pink to green, and white to blue. Yeah! Dibby-dibby-dim, I am a genius.
Good job. Have a biscuit, my hat's full of them. You did it.
Nice work. Very impressive.
Let's have a look inside.
$100 billion.
Videos.
Yeah. Oh look! There you go, it wasn't $100 billion or porn, it was in fact your third choice, a stag's head! Sorry guys, looks like all we've got is a binder and a deer.
So, a binder.
I can't be mad at that.
What the hell is this? Is Zero just making fun of us?
No, it's a puzzle. It's an escape room. It's a puzzle. Things don't have to make sense because it's an escape room puzzle. Right, so there's a binder in the safe.
It's got 2 pieces of paper in it.
Found page 1 of the business card instructions. And page 2 of the business card instructions. Why not just say, you found the business card instructions? Oh, okay, there's a logic puzzle in this. We can do that. Here we have a deer.
Deer's looking at me, Grandpa.
Look up, it's just a fake.
Ah, see what you did there. Oh, and we get to just pick up the deer. Okay, well, this safe was a thing. Better than pawn safe, I guess. So, we've got something to do with all these bits of paint. Here's a knight with no head and holding a... Is that a potato peeler? Oh no, it's a slingshot. And that's a short spear. I mean, sure. Suit of armor.
Well, it's not really a full suit of armor, is it? I mean, it's missing the helmet.
So what would you call it?
I'm not sure.
Okay, well, I'm just going to go ahead and call it a suit of armor. Okay?
Suit yourself.
See what you did there. Anyway, it's got some red paint on the neck and shoulder area.
You sure it's paint? Could be blood.
Hey! Don't say stuff like that. Being in a room with a headless suit of armor is creepy enough.
Sorry, but you are never going to stop that man saying creepy things. It is his thing. Okay, now, business cards. So, if we look at the instructions, it tells us where the men are. Bob, Chris, John, Tony, Ian, Michael. Bob, Chris, John, Michael was there, Tony was there, Ian was there, yes? Yes, okay. The women are requesting the following positions. Carol likes being on the left. There are 2 options for that. Anne prefers to be near Bob. By near, I assume we mean touching, so there are 2 options for that. Ellen would like to be above Anne. Okay. Which means Anne must be in this one, because otherwise there'd be nowhere to be above her. And Ellen must be top row. And Carol likes being on the left, and there's only 1 space left for that. Sophie likes to be on the very right. Kate likes to be next to Michael. So... wait, who would like to be next to Michael? Kate. Kate's next to Michael, Sophie's on the very right. Ellen's above Anne. Does it mean directly above? I mean, it can't mean directly above, can it? No, because... no, because Anne has to be in one of these 2 spots for near Bob, and there's nowhere directly above either of them. Oh yeah, no, I'm a big fan of these kind of puzzles as well. So we turn it over. Book. Maybe Kate and Sophie need switching. It said Sophie likes to be on the far right. Oh, wait, no, Sophie's up there. Okay, there wasn't quite enough information to uniquely identify that solution, but then I suppose you've got the puzzle on the back as well. I think this is right.
Then let's look at the other side. Maybe the shapes look like something now.
Okay, why did you take me out of it? Let's have a look. Book 334.
It says book 334.
What does it mean?
Well, a book is a bunch of pieces of paper that are bound together with...
I know what a book is. Was that a joke for... You could have turned that into a reference to Airplane, and then some of us would have been very happy reading it.
Book's a bunch of pieces of paper stuck together, but that's not important right now.
So, presumably... oh, wait, 334. Well, if we look at our books that we picked up, 2 of them have 3 volumes, and 1 of them has 4, so if we put them back in that order... No.
Wait. I don't think you need to move the books around anymore.
Okay, sure.
Remember, the back of the business card said book 334. So if that meant to arrange the books in the order 334...
Oh, yeah, I guess I already did that. Yeah, that was intentional. Okay, I just was expecting some kind of confirmation. Is it just so it cuts a specific shape out of the paint, I guess? Oh, this is very much one of those use everything on everything until something happens rooms. Can I put the head on this plate?
That coaster's green. Looks like there used to be a bottle on it.
Yes, there did used to be a bottle on it. We took the bottle off it. And then I put the bottle back and you all moaned at me. No idea what this thing is. Might as well leave it alone for now. Back at the credenza. Oh, there's another... Aha! We put the brandy on this coaster and interrupt this laser beam.
Look! The laser beam's bending all around inside the bottle.
Yeah, it made a parallelogram. Okay, the laser beam is making a parallelogram inside the brandy bottle. My favourite Captain Beefheart lyric. So what, can we open these? Oh, we can just open them.
Now this is brandy. Pierre Perrin's 200-year-old reserve.
You can tell that just by looking at it.
I can smell it.
That's some nose you've got there.
Here, just let me have a taste.
I don't think so.
How can you be so cruel?
We have expensive brandy. Brandy. 2 syllables. What if we put this on this coaster? Try putting the good brandy on the coaster, but... Oh, okay. So that was correct, but again, we get no confirmation. Okay, so it forms an H. There we go. Cool, what have we learned? And we can't input anything on the computer. We need a key for that. Do we have anything we can pop the balloon with? Do I need to use the stag head to pop the balloon? No. Can I use the slingshot to pop the balloon? No, because it doesn't have any ammo. Can I use the pointy thing to pop the balloon? That makes more sense now I think about it. And yet. Okay, well, that happened. Oh, what if we gave him a deer head? Metal suit of armor. There's red paint on the neck and shoulder. No, we can't give him a deer head. Can we put a deer head on the Roomba? No. Can we put a deer head on this wall outlet? Yeah. Well, looks like you were right. Who was right? Nobody said this. That's an H, that's an E. That looks like it's going to be an L. This is a very strange escape room. That's a parallelogram. I understand less than nothing. I don't have any keys. Do I have a diamond-shaped thing? Is that the diamond shape we mean? Apparently it is. Okay. Ha! It's opened.
There's something in here.
Is it a key? It is indeed a small key. So, is this the key to the facial recognition machine? Yes. Well, the light on the top turned on.
Looks like you managed to turn it on.
Yes, that's what I just said. Alright, it's on. Now what?
Well, why don't we give it a face to look at?
One of ours?
Yeah. Damn.
No, that's not him. Damn, none of our faces work. Face not recognized. Gender mismatch. You can't tell gender from somebody's face! Stupid machine! Wow. I mean, transphobia and how it affects facial recognition it's a very real thing, and I didn't expect to run into it in this game, so screw you, machine. What's it mean by gender mismatch?
Maybe it's saying that it needs a girl.
There's only 3 of us. None of us are women.
Well, maybe if we... No. We're...
Hey, wait a minute. Maybe?
What is it? Did you have an idea?
Well, it can't hurt to try. Yeah, definitely worth a shot.
How long has he had that in his pocket? Looks like a piece of paper. No, it's a picture. Oh yeah, I remember him looking at that in the infirmary. Guess it's worth a shot. Well, this is possibly the stupidest puzzle we have yet encountered, and that includes the one yesterday when we had to click on somebody that wasn't there. And you know that bit where you're rewatching an old sitcom from the 90s or aughts or whatever, and it's all fun and it's held up really well, and then you get to the really, really casually and weirdly cis-sexist episode? I feel like that's what we've just run into. Deep sigh. Whoa.
Oh my gosh, it's like we're in the villain's secret lair.
I mean, it's the director's office.
Huh. Didn't think that would happen.
I guess the recognition worked.
Yeah.
That was a stupid puzzle. I'm sorry, but it was. So now we have this armchair with a helmet on it.
Look.
Oh, hey, there's the helmet for the suit of armor. Must be feeling pretty tired, Temiyaji. All the excitement can't be easy for someone of your age. Why don't you sit down for a bit?
Not so odd I need the likes of you worrying about me.
Yeah, that's so. Well, I think I'll just have a seat then. Aha! See? This is the angle we have to be looking at things from. Let us slingshot this balloon. Huh? What's that? I think maybe it's an eye watching us? No, Sigma.
I don't think so.
I think it's a target.
Oh, like a bullseye?
Yeah, you're supposed to shoot it.
Shoot it with what?
Don't be an idiot. You already got what you need.
Yeah, I know I was trying to do it. I'll just use the slingshot to...
Whoa, hold on there. Do you actually have something to fire?
Okay, that's a fair point.
What are you going to shoot it with then?
With mind bullets. That's telekinesis, Kyle.
It's called telekinesis, Sigma.
They did the reference. I can respect that. That is a solid early to mid-aughts reference. Actually, yeah, maybe a bit later than that reference, so... Just in case you ever wanted your visual novel to include a random, a weird old man making Tenacious D jokes, here we are.
Anyway, I figured that'd slip your mind like everything else. Here, I grabbed this off the floor earlier. Take it.
Oh, this is the key we used to start the facial recognition device. We're shooting... So, what you're telling me is that we had to take a spear from a suit of armor, stick it into a desk drawer to open it, get a key, use the key to activate a facial recognition thing, wait for him to give you a photo of a woman to put in front of the facial recognition thing because apparently it just wanted any woman's face because this facial recognition software is powered by fucking Bumble or something. And then we had to throw the key away and go and sit in an armchair so that he could give the key back to us so we could fire it out of a slingshot to pop a balloon. I know I say this is some point-and-click adventure bullshit a lot, but this right here, this is some longest journey level bullshit. Thanks, man. I guess I don't have to use my special psychic powers after all. Damn. Well, here goes. Aiming. 3, 2. Do you have to give us a countdown to everything, Sigma? 1. Fire!
Oh, nice aim.
Got it right in the center.
And here we can see the letters. And here's a lever. What does the lever do? There's a lever next to the chair.
Why don't you pull it?
What's gonna happen?
Come on, is it really that hard to figure out?
Think it's gonna go back into the wall?
Pull the damn thing and find out.
Alright. Guess I should start by sitting in the chair. And I pull the lever. Here I go. We don't have an animation for this. Oh, there's a P. It spells help. Looks like there's something on the table. Is that a battery? Do you know, Sigma, I'm going to go out on a limb and say, yes, it is a battery. I don't know why, I'm getting a clue that this might be a battery. You've got good instincts, kid. Keep working on it. And here's a P. Bob. Pull it again, the chair should turn back around, right? Yeah, whatever. Not like I have a choice. Ha. Can you imagine if it didn't and we were just trapped in that wall space forever? Okay, we need to put the helmet on the knight.
Yes, that suits him.
Great. Next up, I think we should put the possibly battery, who can say, into the tablet. And now it's on.
Looks like you got the tablet to turn on.
That's what I just said.
Look! Something showed up on the screen.
Enter a 4-digit password, then press the enter key. Is it help? When you say 4-digit, do you mean 4 character? Yeah. I can literally read things that are painted on the wall.
You did it!
Good work, Sigma. Have a biscuit. I say biscuit, I mean some of my off-cut Swedish porn from the 60s.
Take a look at the screen. I swear to God, voicing Termites makes me go to strange places. Yeah, it's the password for the safe. Okay, but where's the second password? Well, this screen is now blue. Oh, changed. That looks like a puzzle. Translators, guys, come on.
It is. It's a silhouette puzzle called a Tangram.
Oh, I'm bad at these. Oh, I'm bad at tangrams. I have no idea what that is. Let's give it a shot. Okay, what? Oh, well, I presume it wants me to make a parallelogram. Major axis was northeast southwest on that one. So I'm bad at these. No, it has to be. Does it have to be that? Yeah. That wants to be there. And that. I don't think this is right, but I'm going to keep going. That. I think we want to be getting onto that. I swear I used to be able to do these a lot easier, but I suppose that's because I just did a lot of games that involved them. Shout out to anybody else who grew up playing The Island of Dr. Quandary. God knows I did. God, that... Now I think about it, I could do a one-off streaming that. That... If I can get a version of that that works, I may at some point do a thing of that. That was a strange game that I loved as a child. Did I just say Island of Dr. Brain? I said Island of Dr. Quandary. But who knows, it may have been... I don't know if it was marketed as that in a different... Might be the same thing, just marketed under different titles. Couldn't tell you. Oh wait, have I just basically looked into this? No, I don't think I have. Boo. Oh, I'm so bad at Tangrams. If I start off with these ones. Also, the rotation in this is finicky as hell. Because that's the overall shape we want to make. No, it's not the same game in that case, but that sounds dope. The Island of Dr. Quandary was another adventure game full of puzzles, kind of aimed at kids, and it ruled, and now I need to find a version of it that I can play. Damn it, me being a bad influence on me. The fact that this is just that you get full 360-degree free rotation is horrible. Why wouldn't you snap it to 45-degree angles? It's bad, is my point. Well, that's made a shape that isn't the shape we were going for. If the flowchart's only producing more flowchart means I'll have plenty of time to find the next game, and I will. Have I mentioned that I'm bad at Tangrams and we might be staring at this for a while? Because I'm bad at Tangrams and we might be staring at this for a while. This requires a certain amount of being able to visualize shape relations, which I 100% do not possess. But the annoying thing is I feel like I'm on the edge of finding it. That's a stupid idea. I think this has to be square. What shape are we trying to make? We are trying to make That's right. At least so I would assume. Oh, and it's reset all of my hate. Yes, parallelogram specifically in that orientation. Paging Jiangdong Min, I am not good at these. No. No. Presumably we're required to utilize all pieces? I mean, I would assume so. Because if I just click check here, I've made this parallelogram. No, fail. And like I say, the free rotation and the fact that pieces don't snap to anything is just... it's horrible and it feels bad. It's this square I'm not finding a place for. Because then once you've got that, it doesn't leave enough space for really anything else. If I rotate each of the large triangles 45 degrees clockwise, what that? What, and then just make a parallelogram out of just that? Or... no. No, that's a stupid answer. But we can... Is this something? I feel like this might be something, possibly. Oh, this free rotation is hurting me. I've been editing badly formatted documents for work all morning, and this feels like that. Also, it's really clunky controls on top of everything else. No, I just checked that it didn't work then, and it won't work now, because the sides aren't that short. You just googled the solution and you hate it. Frankly, at this point, I know it says no spoilers in the stream details, but if you wanted to just put the solution in the chat or anything, I wouldn't be mad. Okay, so the two big triangles form a downward pointing larger triangle. Then you make a triangle out of the rest of the pieces to the left of the... Oh, I see. Okay, so that's that there. And then that'll be what? That there. That. Is it? That. No. The medium triangle is at the top. Oh yeah, some of these relations are beginning to ring a bell from, again, childhood spent playing Island of Dr. Quandary. Seriously, my visual kind of spatial reckoning brain does not exist. Rotate the small parallelogram so that its slants are parallel to the top and bottom. What, like that? Oh, and then that goes there. That, yeah, okay, I see it. Dear game writers, this isn't fun, or at least it's not for me. Who's the man? Nobody. Nobody in this situation. I feel, frankly, we have all failed as a society.
That was amazing! How'd you do it? That puzzle was really hard.
Well, I had Twitch chat and Google on my side.
Well done, Sigma. That was pretty impressive.
So what do we get? Look, there's something on the screen.
IILP. What's that mean?
Maybe we should enter it into this tablet that we mysteriously still have. ILP. ILP. Phew, looks like it worked.
Good job.
That was awesome.
Screen changed.
There you go. There you go. Here's our secret file password. Any bets on what in God's name we are about to discover? Yes, safe. Do password. We know the thing. Director's office safe. Second to last one on the list. Star. Let's discover something.
Good job. It opened.
If it makes me feel any better, basically everything online about the parallelogram puzzle is about how much it sucks. I mean, I can see why.
Good work.
Time for the secret file. $15 out of 16. The Sun, Moon, Star keys. 3 different types of card keys generally found in the safes in each room and used to open the AB gate. Without them you can't open the AB gate to play the AB game, which means you can't gain BP. Without them, no, we just read that. In other words, getting one of these cards is the first step in your escape. The Sun Key is used during the first round, the Moon Key for the second, and the Star Key for the third. We know this. A slingshot. An elementary device that uses rubber to launch a small projectile, frequently used by adolescent ne'er-do-wells. Can be used as a necklace, but this is not recommended. The test site mystery. The site in question was for a simulated manned mission to Mars held in the Nevada desert. On New Year's Eve 2028, the audio logs from the simulation contain a woman's voice, assumed to be one of the test subjects, saying the following. 6 of us are dead. Counting myself, there are only 3 left. I guess you could say I killed them. No, that's not quite right. Not just them. Not just these 6. All of them. All 6 billion. Most evidence seems to suggest that this was the beginning of the Radical 6 outbreak, and that the Nevada facility was the epicenter of the pandemic. Termite. A general term used to refer to the insects in the epifamily of Termitoidae of the cockroach order Blattodea. That's right, even though they're sometimes called white ants, termites aren't even in the same family as ants. They're in the cockroach family instead. Also, king crabs are in the hermit crab order, and the remora is in the pecciformes order. What? Why? Why is any of this relevant to anything? Ever? First of all, what a fantastic info dump. I mean, yeah, it's facts. I mean, I'm all about facts. I do quiz, but at the same time, why? Just walking up to random people in the street. Hey, did you know termites aren't actually related to ants? Have a nice blank, volume 3. Word 03 says before he leaves. There are a few variations. Have a nice trouble. Have a nice tragedy. Have a nice trust. Have a nice 000:3. That's the one. Conjunction. A term used in positional astronomy. Put simply, it means that 2 celestial bodies appear near one another in the sky. When used in the context of our solar system, it often refers to a position where a given celestial body is aligned with the Sun. For example, when Mars is on the opposite side of the Sun from Earth, it's considered to be in conjunction with Earth. Mercury and Venus, which orbit closer to the Sun than the Earth does, have 2 types of conjunction. When they're hidden on the other side of the Sun, this is referred to as superior conjunction. When they're lined up on the near side of the Sun, this is called inferior conjunction. And Tenmyoji's picture that works on facial recognition machines. This is the photograph that Tenmyoji was holding. The subject is the girl named Akane Kurashiki. I'm sorry, we've taken a sharp left turn from random trivia into big plot. Why does Tenmyoji have a photo of Akane? Yes, Akane, like in the original. Akane was one of the people who appeared in this game's sister title, 9 Hours, 9 Persons, 9 Doors, as a childhood friend of Junpei, that title's main character. In 999, she was 21 years old, apparently. This picture was taken 9 years before then, when she was 12. Look at the left side of the picture. If you look closely, it almost looks like there's a man grinning in the background. Do you see him? Don't worry if it seems a little strange. A spirit medium has told us that the person in this picture is a guardian spirit who's looking after her. He must have shown up here because he'd heard what sort of destiny she had in store and decided to see how she was doing. I don't see this. Can I lose the text? I can't lose the text. That's putting more on. Cool. That's something. Well, that secret file happened. Should we put in the regular password and see what the actual plot has in store for us? Phew, it's open. Alright, time to see what's in this safe. Hey, Mr. Sigma! Why is he whispering? Oh, he's whispering. I didn't realise that.
Hey, Mr. Sigma. I know that stuff's important, but aren't you, curious?
About what?
Grandpa's picture.
Well, now I goddamn am.
The one in front of the facial recognition thingy. Don't you want to take a look at it? Come on, hurry.
Okay. Railroad me much? So, who is this girl?
Hey! Stop!
She's just a girl. In the words of Gwen Stefani. Is she a granddaughter?
No.
Well, who is she then?
Damn it, fine. You've already seen her after all. Her name's Akane Karashki. I've been looking for her for a long time.
Why?
Because she's his first love.
No! Got it wrong.
But you carry that picture everywhere. I don't think I've ever seen you leave it somewhere. And when you don't think anybody's watching, you talk to it. I've seen you do it.
Huh. Didn't mark you for a hopeless romantic, Temyaji.
Look, it's not about love, and I'm not a goddamn romantic.
No, I'm still not seeing the face on the left either. Okay. You don't want to talk about her. I get it. Can't say I blame Temyaji for falling for her back when he was younger. She was a cute kid. Came off a bit strange. And I have to put the password in again? Well, that's some bollocks. It's kind of empty this time.
There are only two things in here.
First we've got...
the AB room key cards.
Oh, these must be the star cards they were talking about.
There are two of them.
You guys take one, I'll take the other. I think I can vaguely see a series of light and shadow that if I take my glasses off could resemble loosely the shadows that appear on my face if I squint my eyes and know that I'm supposed to be looking for a face. Yeah, I mean, that's how most of these ghost photos work.
Right. We're a pair, so we only need one for the two of us.
And the other thing is... the key, as usual.
Yes! Now we can get out of here.
Key found in safe.
Great. No point in sitting around. Let's go.
Yes, let's. Ikza. The door locked. It says locked. Let's put the unlocking key in the lock so we can turn it from lock to unlock. 3, 2, 1, go. Chat, it took us an hour, but we found it. And now we come to this one-way door, which we now have to show you the animation for. And around... back to where we started!
No! Damn it!
What's wrong?
I left something in the director's office.
We were just talking to you about the photo, I swear to God, Temyaji. Pay attention.
What was it?
The picture! Oh, how could I forget it? Especially because we were just talking about it 30 seconds ago.
Yeah. Must have set it down after using the face recognition thing, and then picked it up again, and then talked about it, and then put it down again, and that was just a minute ago.
Yeah. I'm going back. You two go on ahead to the warehouse.
I want to come with you.
Me too.
No, that's fine. Why don't you head back to the warehouse, Sigma? The others are probably already waiting.
Well, this is suspicious as hell. Alright. I'll see you two later then. And you know what, chat, I will see you slightly later as well. I think this is a perfect little time, now that we have spent an hour on an escape room puzzle, to take a short break. I'm going to go and get some water and run some ads. And I would recommend that all of you do some of these good things as well, but maybe not the capitalism. And I'll be back in 5 to 10 minutes. Love you all. See you in a few. And I'm back early. Aren't you lucky people? This is the first time that's ever happened, I suppose. It's partly because, you know, I know I don't have so much time because I need to be off promptly, and also because I can neither confirm nor deny that I'm trying to escape the entire ground floor of my house, which just smells like gloss paint and it's awful. Anyway, shall we actually progress? Alright, I'll see you two later then. One or both of you may be dead. Right.
Bye, Mr. Sigma.
And it'll be a shame, because you're two of the easier voices to do. I watched them jog off toward the blue door. And then they were gone. Yes, I should be getting back then. Through all of the doors. And the sounds and the animations and the delays. I know I've spent a lot of this playthrough moaning about the transitions, but in my defence, if the transitions were shorter, I'd have less time to moan. And besides, you know the rules. If anyone's allowed to joke about, make bad jokes about transitions, it's us. Hey, finally we actually reach a scene. I stepped into the warehouse to find all the other teams already there. Kay and Luna. Fine, Clover. And Dio. The moment Dio spotted me, he dashed over to the rightmost AB room and slid his card through the reader. Here's a card, here's a reader, here's the sound of a card going through a reader, here's a reader that's had a card gone through it, here's the room again, here's the door opening. An ambidex gate has been opened. 45 minutes remain until ambidex game polling closes. As he turned to look at me, I swore I saw a flash of a smug grin. There, happy? This time I waited for you to get back before I opened it. You see, I can be considerate. But Tenmyoji and Quark aren't here. Yeah, where are they? I guess they forgot something back in the room we found. They ran back to grab it real quick. And then they'll be here in a few minutes. Or they won't. No big deal. Just so I can get a sense of the story space. So yes, we've got this extra bit of flowchart, which is then going down to... Presumably that's the next ambidex choice. Or maybe it's not. I don't know, I shouldn't be getting ahead of myself, really. While we waited, we exchanged information about the rooms we'd investigated. Unfortunately, none of it seemed very useful. None of us had found anything, and we were no closer to unravelling any of the increasing number of mysteries we were faced with. With that discussion exhausted, we sat down to wait. What'd you find? Nothing. Well, I'm out. Before long, 20 minutes had passed since Dio opened the door, and Tenmyoji and Quark were nowhere in sight. Don't you think they're taking a little long? Yes, I'm getting worried. What if something happened to them? I'll go have a look. Why are you having a look? Surely you want to take people out of other teams because you need to vote, otherwise you all die anyway. Then I shall accompany you. I'll be fine by myself. It's not that far away, Dad. Just don't look into the abyss too long or you might become a monster. Nietzsche out of nowhere! Yay! Chat, come on, Nietzsche out of nowhere. Don't. I don't think... Okay. Look, I'm just going to the director's office. I'll be right back. No big deal. Right. See you guys later. I gave a quick goodbye wave and stepped out of the warehouse. Then suddenly, nihilism. Oh, now I have to get all the way to the director's office through these bloody transitions. You really think this game has a habit of beating a dead horse you have noticed? Oh my god, it didn't animate the lift. Game, are you okay? You're... Baby, okay, you haven't even touched your scene transition animations. It's the director's office. Anybody dead in here? Music sounds like somebody's dead in here. Oh yeah, we never touched that computer. That's a point. What's that on the floor? Oh, that's the balloon we popped with the slingshot key, because this game is stupid. Huh? That's odd. There's nobody here. The picture's gone, though. Temioji and Quark must have been here, then. I laid out the floor beat map. Huh. They must have taken the door that faces the warehouse. After that, they probably went through the warehouse and out the blue door to the elevator. Yeah, that's a much shorter route. On the other hand, I came through the red door, which is kind of the long way around. For no reason. Oh, looks like we managed to miss each other perfectly. Sure, that's what happened. Ugh. Well, this was a huge waste of time. Shoot. Might as well head back, I suppose. I packed up the map and was headed towards the door when... Huh? There was a light on where there hadn't been a light before. Oh yeah, we never did anything with that thing either. What? Why is that thing on? We messed with it earlier, but nothing seemed to work. I felt a sudden wave of inexplicable, nauseating dread. You just listen to the background music. The light stared at me. I swallowed and edged cautiously towards it. A sentence that generally only appears in fanfic, so good work, Spike Chunsoft. The machine was in arm's reach now. I stretched my hand out toward it. Slowly. Slowly. Well, to the game's credit, I wasn't expecting whatever this is. Alright, roll with it. So, you finally made it. No, you're... I am Zero. Okay. I was the one who brought you here. You undoubtedly have as many questions for me as there are stars in the sky. That's a good line, though. And correct. As you can see, however, this is only a recording. Can we see that? I wouldn't put it past this game to suddenly be like, oh, you have hologram communicators. Did we never say? I will therefore be unable to directly answer any questions. Ask if you wish, but I cannot respond. I considered taking a swing at him, but decided that was spectacularly futile, and kept my bald fist at my side. Now, where to begin? There are many things I wish to tell you. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. With the arm and the eye thing, this is Snake, isn't it? Calling it now. Money on the table. This is future Snake. But unfortunately our time is limited. As such, the information I can provide is also limited. I have chosen two things of great importance to tell you. First, I will tell you about termites. Oh, I have made this recording for you with my hologram Roomba, and it's very expensive and I don't have much time, so I will tell you 2 things. The first thing, I will tell you about termites. It's not relevant, I just have a need to info dump. In retrospect, I suppose that's a rather odd thing to say. You think? Hologram Roomba reminds me of the robots in Farscape. I mean, same, but things remind me of Farscape every day I live. I imagine you look rather bewildered right now. I mean, yeah, clip it. Perfectly understandable. The person who kidnapped you and threatened you with death is lecturing you about insects. I suspect it hardly seems fair. Nonetheless... Why are you surprised? I was obsessed with Farscape when it was new. I have, like, 10 feet in that direction. I have the entire series box set. Yes, same person. It continues. Amazing show. I quote it, like, I would say probably daily. Nonetheless, this is very important. In a way, it will determine your fate. So I ask that you listen carefully. You went to a panel at DragonCon and got to ask them questions. Ah, nice. Nice. Have you ever seen a termite mound? Where is this going, my dude? They are splendid structures. Some might even call them works of art. Termites are natural architects, and their mounds are both structurally sound and make excellent use of space. So are they following some sort of plan as they build? Are there termite blueprints detailing which room goes where? I mean, I wish there were. No, of course not. Each termite is simply an oblivious cog in a tremendous machine, programmed by millions of years of termite DNA. Yeah, but so are we all. It is doubtful an individual termite has any idea what its contributions are helping to create. Oh my god, is this going to be us turning into a lecture about collectivist social values, where I will pointedly not make any sweeping statements about current geopolitics? But a human does. We can appreciate the elegant forms of their alien cathedrals. Alien Cathedrals, of course, my future Sound of London cover band. We can see the simple beauty of their perfect functionality. We can understand the splendid planning of their structure. In other words, only an intelligence of a higher order can understand the beauty of what the termite builds. I mean, you're making some very strong assumptions about it's impossible that termites have any kind of intelligence because they have never personally talked to me.
Now, consider humans. Why are we alive? Why do we love and give birth? Why do we create? From where do our cultures spring? There are many theories, but no one knows the truth. We are oblivious cogs in a tremendous machine programmed by millions of years of human DNA. But some of us oblivious cogs have a really sweet jacket. No doubt you see now what this analogy is supposed to illustrate.
No, not really, Majay.
Yes, I mean to say humans are not different from termites.
Oh, in that case it wasn't an analogy, that was just literally what you said.
We trudge through our lives with no greater understanding of our ultimate goal. You might say we don't understand what we're building. Only an intelligence of a higher order than ours can understand what we're doing. Imagine how we might look to such an intelligence. We may be building some structure so perfect and elegant we can't even perceive it. Whatever it is, we've likely been building it on a dimension just above the ones we know since time immemorial.
Based on what?
If we are like the termites, then what we've created is almost certainly something of tremendous beauty.
Seriously, you barely even have postulates here. You've just said, well, what if?
And you are about to catch a glimpse of it.
Well, that's more like it.
Or have you already? Well, that's enough on that subject, I think. Consider what I've said.
What was the second thing?
Now, let's move on to the second topic.
Thank you.
It is somewhat more immediately meaningful to your life, and in fact the lives of several billion other people. I realize this is rather sudden, but I have a password for you.
Aye.
Which is the password to disarm the bomb numbered 1.
Oh, that's very useful indeed. Thank you, I'll take that. Bomb. Oh yeah, in this world line, they've never encountered the bombs.
Are you ready? I will only say this once, so pay close attention.
Let's not go into a low here.
The password to disarm the number 1 bomb is BQZRGGDXR. RGJ even. I said I will say it only once, but if I screw it up, I might say it again. That's the quick.
I had no idea what he was talking about. What bomb? Was he saying there were bombs too? If he'd guessed at my future confusion, he showed no sign of it.
That is the last of the information this message was meant to convey.
Yeah, I really don't think we'll have to remember that password. I think Sigma will just get sent it by ghosts while, when it's necessary.
Before I go, however, I have a warning. You cannot tell any of your companions what you heard or saw here. If you do, you will be penalized immediately. I hope we will meet again someday. We would have much to discuss.
Wait. God damn it, you can't just spout all that crap and disappear. Bet you can. Bet he's about to. I found myself yelling at empty air. Oh hey, he did. The hologram had disappeared. Someone played this game and responded to potential punishment with promise. Yes, I mean, I feel like I know those people. What kind of an idiot does he take me for? Termites? Other dimensions? How could that have anything to do with kidnapping us? Shit! Kicked out at a nearby shelf. 10 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes. All players, please enter your votes. If no vote is recorded before the deadline has passed, any non-voting parties will automatically ally. Crap. I need to get back. Not like there's any point staying here. Spun around and ran out of the room towards the warehouse. And then we cut straight to the warehouse. You see, it can be done. Grandpa! Look, Mr. Sigma's back.
Took you long enough?
No, I am not sitting here panting. We've been over this. Where are the others? In the AB rooms. They went in already?
Yep.
Why didn't you two? Have you been waiting for me? Yeah. Grandpa said there was something he had to tell you before we voted, no matter what. Oh?
Nothing that significant. Just wanted to tell you that we're going to choose ally this round. That's it.
And you had to tell me that no matter what. Seems kind of pointless. I mean, words are cheap. You can promise whatever you want.
True, but we've got something to back it up. Just hear me out.
Okay. Go ahead.
Quark and I both have 8 BP. We're already on the home stretch. So what do we need to get to the magic number? Well, we need you to choose ally. If you do that, it doesn't really matter to us what we pick.
You get to 9 whether you got 2 or 3 points.
Exactly. That being the case, we don't have any reason to betray you. And if we both choose ally, we both gain points.
True. But you must have considered that I'll choose betray. That would mean you'd choose betray to protect yourselves.
But that's why we're telling you we won't choose betray.
Mm-hmm.
Can I trust you?
Of course.
Alright. Tell me one thing. Let's say we do this, we both ally, everybody gets 2 points. That means you and Quark will have enough to leave, which is great for you, but I'll be stuck with a measly 5. How do I know you aren't just going to open the number 9 door and leave us in the lurch?
I can guarantee it.
How?
I can give you my word.
That's not what a guarantee is.
I will not open the number 9 door, even if I have enough points to do so. I swear it. We aren't going to abandon everybody else just so we can escape.
I don't believe you.
I swear too. I promise.
And so all you've got is a promise, huh?
When I make a promise, I keep it. Trust me.
Please. You've got to trust us.
Alright. Fine. Also, slight side note. I referenced it earlier and it's just made me think. With all these puzzle games and escape rooms and prisoners' dilemmas and stuff, have I yet told the chat to watch The Genius? It's a Korean reality variety game show with the same kind of premise, and it's the best thing, and they need to make international versions of it, like, immediately. So, if anybody's watching that who, by chance, hasn't watched The Genius, then you should. You haven't heard me mention it? Yes, Emily, can pretty much guarantee you'll enjoy it. It's so good. Anyway. Alright, fine. I'll trust you. Remind me later and I'll DM you more stuff about it. 2 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
We're counting on you, Sigma.
You gotta choose ally. You promised.
Did I? With that, they turned and ran into the AB room second from the right. Well, guess I should get moving. And we must see every part of this process, in lieu of actually having an animation. Got an animation for that, though. Start the voting. One minute remains until Ambidex game polling closes. I had a decision to make. Should I trust Quark and Temyoji? Well, I could believe that they were telling the truth and still betray them. That would bring my BP to 6. I'd be that much closer to 9. And choosing betray would guarantee that they wouldn't try and escape without the rest of us. Betrayal seemed like the safe bet.
Please. You've got to trust us. You've got to choose ally. You promised.
Temyoji I could betray easily enough, but Quark? Oh, what the hell was I going to do? 10 seconds remain until Ambidex game polling closes. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I mean, we always choose the dick move first, right? Plus, I don't trust anybody in this game. Round 3 of the Ambidex game has been completed. Results will be displayed in the warehouse. Thank you for your participation. Ambidex gates now opening. Results from round 3 of the Ambidex game will now be displayed. Please direct your attention to the results screen and do the anime portrait thing. Is everybody just gonna frantically betray? Oh, Clover's got 9. That's probably bad for us. They chose betray? Ooh. What's your word worth now, Temyoji? Points have been assigned or subtracted accordingly. Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points. Hey, what's the deal?
Quark had nothing to do with it. I entered the vote.
So why'd you choose betray?
Couldn't I ask you the same thing? I don't think really this is time for a fight, though. Look, Clover's over by the door.
What? Whip fan. No. Oh, who could have seen this coming? Who could have seen this coming at all? I mean, the hyper-termite intelligence viewing us from higher dimensions probably could have seen this coming.
Ah, the number 9 door.
Fuck! She opened it! Why?
Clover, wait!
Clover! What the hell do you think you're doing?
I'm going to call the others.
What?
I'll get justice for Alice.
Justice? Wait, do you mean... God, this is the slowest door in this game of slow doors. The number 9 door has been opened. It will remain open for 9 seconds.
Time for me to go. No! Please, Clover, wait.
Like hell, I'm just gonna let you walk out of here. Dio leapt at Clover, his fists raised. Clover easily avoided him and moved towards the door. Dio has never successfully done anything.
Goodbye.
I caught one last glimpse of her face as she slid through the door. It was a mask of ice. Jesus, this door is slow. I mean, I know it's for ominous effect, but still. The number 9 door has closed. This ends the nonary game. Thank you for your participation. As the game is over, all doors other than the number 9 door have been unlocked. Escape is not possible. Please enjoy your stay. Well, I guess we learned things, question mark. Well, let's go down the other route, despite the fact that it shouldn't logically make any difference at all. Also, we don't appear to have any... That doesn't appear to have been the key for any locks we've already encountered. So if we don't find something interesting on the next route, we will be going right the way back to the very first split of the game. Because yes, there's an entire third of the game we haven't touched yet. Oh no, we can't skip directly to that because we haven't actually been there yet. And we fast forward. And now we do the nice thing. And we get out of the warehouse. And we go and look at the results and do the anime portrait thing. Betrayals. Betrayals. Oh, Tenmyoji betrayed us. Such shock. Three people on 11, look at that. Hey, what the hell, guys? Why'd you betray me? Quark had nothing to do with this. I made the vote. Grandpa? Alright, fine. Why'd you break your promise, Tenmyoji? I only promised you one thing. We wouldn't open the number 9 door even if we got 9 points. What? So you're not going to leave? Not what I said. Of course we're going to leave. What? Look. See Clover over there? What? Whitpan? Don't tell me. Ah, so the only difference here is Tenmyoji and Quark also get to go with her. Ah, so we have to watch the incredibly slow door some more. Oh no! She's... that bitch! Wait, Quark and Tenmyoji have... The words were barely out of her mouth when Tenmyoji and Quark ran past. No! God damn it! Clover, are you really going to leave? Well, yeah. Why else would I open the door? But why? I'm going to go call the others, so we can capture Zero Senior. Tenmyoji, are you and Quark going too? Yeah, sorry about that. Are you though? Sorry everybody. So, Sigma, happy? I kept my promise. Clover opened the door, not me. Like hell I'm happy. That's some shady shit, Tenmyoji. If you say so. I have to get out of here and that's that. He's got to pay for what he's done. He. Zero. You mean you know who Zero Senior is? Yeah. No point keeping him a secret now, I suppose. I know exactly who Zero Senior is. What? God, I hate everyone here. The number 9 door has been opened. It will remain open for 9 seconds. Let's go! Come on, guys. Time to move. Right. Oh, wait. This is for you, Mr. Sigma. Quark held something out. I looked down to see 2 pieces of folded paper. What is this? It's a letter. I wrote it in the director's office before the AB game. What, while we were busy solving all the puzzles? Thanks, Quark. I wanted to tell you what kind of guy Grandpa is. So, read it, okay? He pressed it into my hand. See you later, Mr. Sigma. Then he turned and ran toward the door, Tenmyoji and Clover following in his footsteps. I was so surprised by the letter that I didn't even try to stop them. Before I could think of anything to say. See ya. Goodbye. God, that's a slow door. The number 9 door has closed. This ends the nonary game. Thank you for your participation. As the game is over, all doors other than the number 9 door have been unlocked. Escape is not possible. Please enjoy your stay. But now we get a scene. Shit. They're gone. All we can do now is hope they bring help back. Indeed. I agree. I looked down at Quark's letter and slowly unfolded it. His handwriting was still slightly uneven, but it filled both pages with writing. I began to read. And for the record, I'm not going to do this in Quark's voice, because we've all seen what happens when I try and do a consistent character voice for what turns out to be like a 20-minute monologue. Although I say that, Quark's voice isn't too hard. Anyway, it was a really stormy day when he found me. He said the rain was coming down so hard it almost hurt, but somehow he managed to hear a baby crying. I guess I must have been crying pretty loud. He took me home and did his best to raise me, but he'd never been married or had a kid before, so I think it was really hard for him. He couldn't figure out how to mix the formula, so he was always carrying the directions around with him. Also, I guess I was a pretty picky eater, so if he didn't get the water to formula ratio just right, I wouldn't eat it. I guess I was kind of a pain, but he didn't give up, and now here I am. When he found me, I was really, really small, and he was worried that I might not make it. That's why he named me Quark. Quark is a really, really small thing, and I was really, really small too. Grandpa didn't need to worry though, because it turned out that I was pretty tough. When I was 1, he forgot I was sleeping in the bed of his truck and drove off. I rolled out and went off the back, but I didn't even get scratched. Wow, this is terrible parenting in all senses. To this baby that, let's be clear here, you stole. I started walking when I was 2, and when he wasn't looking, I fell down the stairs. Didn't get hurt then either. When I was 3, I got really sick. I had a super high fever for a week, but eventually I got better. Guess you could say I'm pretty lucky. Anyway, I didn't really have any more accidents after that, and I was a pretty healthy kid. By the time I was 6, I'd started helping Grandpa out with his work. His job was to gather junk from abandoned buildings. Then he'd fix it up or pull out the useful parts and sell them. There were plenty of abandoned buildings, but finding good stuff in them was hard. You had to know which parts were useful, or you could end up wasting a bunch of time. Every time I'd find something, he'd explain to me what it was, how it was supposed to work, how to fix it, all sorts of things. Usually, though, I just wanted to finish up work so I could go to the theatre. The theatre came to our town once a week in a wagon. They'd show old news or movies. I went every single week, but Grandpa only went once in a while, and he'd only go weeks when they showed movies. Oh yeah, I didn't know that I'd been adopted until I was 7. Adopted is a word, I think, again, stolen. One of the other kids on my block told me. I guess after Grandpa found me, he looked all over town to try and find somebody who'd take me. The kid from my block actually had a mum, and he asked her if she'd take me too. I gotta admit, I was pretty shocked when I heard that. There weren't a lot of kids with parents around, so hearing that someone lived with his actual mum was pretty impressive. Yeah, this is clearly not the world I remember. I was also kind of surprised that Grandpa had tried to get someone else to take me. Does that mean he didn't want me? The kid who told me about Grandpa trying to get rid of me was a real jerk. He was totally spoiled and he'd brag to everybody about how he had a mum. He liked to come up to me while I was working and say stuff like, "Must be hard not having a mother." It never bothered me before, but after I found out that Grandpa had adopted me, I started to think that maybe he didn't really want me. If I could work on my own, then he could get rid of me. I was scared to know the truth, so I never asked him. Then one day he took me to a bar in our neighbourhood. During the day, of course. He went there sometimes to drink scotch, but I'd never gone before, on account of being a child. When we got in, he just walked up to the counter with that grumpy look he has, and I thought, oh no, he's going to make me work here. But I was wrong. I saw him pass something to the bartender, and then he picked me up and set me down on a stool next to the counter. The stool was pretty high, especially for a 7-year-old kid, and my legs just dangled off of it. It seemed really, really high to me, and I was pretty nervous. Eventually, the bartender came back over with a glass of scotch, and another big glass full of something else. As I looked closer, I realised that the second glass was full of some sort of brown liquid with a scoop of ice cream in it. It took me a minute to realise what it was. Root beer float. I'd never seen one before, I was so surprised. Then how did you know what it was? Root beer was even more expensive than the nicest alcohol in the bar. What? Why? What? In the grim darkness of the far future, the hottest commodity is root beer. To me and the other kids, it seemed more like an urban legend than a real drink. But there it was, right in front of me. I stared at the float. I still wasn't sure it was real at that point, and then I turned to look at Grandpa. He looked back at me. I didn't know what to do, so I turned to the bartender. He had already turned around and moved off, though, so I figured he must have put the glass down in front of me on purpose. Still didn't seem like it could be real, and I was just staring at it, when Grandpa told me to hurry up and drink it before the ice cream melted. His gruff voice sounded like an angel's. Is this really mine? He nodded. Words can't describe how awesome it was. I'd never tasted anything like root beer before. The creamy sweetness of the ice cream made my entire head feel light. I felt like the luckiest boy in the whole world. That's not an exaggeration, I really thought that. The root beer float was delicious. Damn it, now I want to float. And I don't even know if I have any ice cream I can eat. Boo. The root beer float was delicious, but what made me even happier was Grandpa. When I looked over at him, he was smiling. I know that's got to be hard for you to imagine, but he really was. I mean, we've seen him smile. Right then, I didn't care whether he'd just found me and adopted me or not. He'd bought me a root beer float. That made me way luckier than some kid who had a mother but had never tasted root beer. This letter is a trip. Of course, after we left the bar, he was the first kid I bragged to. So Grandpa and I, we were doing pretty good. Until the fight. I was in a super bad mood that day. I'd torn one of my shoes that morning, and some old drunk guy had yelled at me, and all the junk I found was totally useless. The day was almost over, and I was fed up, so I just grabbed some random trash and took it back to the house. When I showed what I'd found to Grandpa, he frowned. He started going through each thing I brought back, explaining why they were all useless. I got really mad and just yelled, "I don't care!" Then he got mad, and I couldn't take it anymore, so I ran away. I was pretty upset, and I started thinking that maybe Grandpa had only adopted me so that he could raise me to work and make money for him. After a while, I went and hid in an abandoned building, but by then I'd started to calm down and think that maybe I should go back and apologise. It had started raining pretty hard, though, so I decided I should wait for it to stop. That was just an excuse. The truth was that I was nervous. Part of me knew I'd done something wrong, but I didn't want to admit it. The rain didn't stop though, so I just sat there, staring out at the gloomy, grey sky. I imagined Grandpa coming to get me. It kept raining all night, and he never showed up. I gave up waiting and decided it was time to go home. I was about halfway there when I heard somebody groaning. At first I thought I should just ignore it and not get involved, but I went over anyway, and it was Grandpa. He was totally soaked, and I could tell right away they had been there for a really long time. I yelled, and he opened his eyes a little bit. He smiled weakly and said he was glad I was safe. This is some real Studio Ghibli music in the background here. He'd spent all night out in the rain looking for me. I felt awful. Grandpa had been out in the rain looking for me for so long that he'd collapsed. I was horrible. He'd heard me crying in the rain, but I hadn't heard him. As I ran to get the doctor, I promised whatever god might be listening that if they would only save Grandpa, I'd never ask for another root beer float ever again. He got a real bad fever, and his temperature wouldn't go down for days. The doctor said that if it kept up, he'd die. If he died, then I'd be all alone. There wouldn't be anybody left to care about me. The thought of that happening terrified me. Fortunately, I must have passed some of my luck on to Grandpa, because a week later his fever finally broke. I was glad he wasn't going to die, but I was also a little scared. What if he had decided he didn't want a stupid kid like me around anymore? My plan was to apologise as soon as he woke up, but when the moment came, my brain just stopped. Grandpa started to talk, and it took me a minute to realise he was apologising. I didn't know what to think. He explained that he was an old man, and that meant he was probably going to die sooner rather than later. He was strict with me because he wanted to make sure I'd be able to make it on my own after he was gone, but maybe he had been a little too strict. All of the things I'd worried about had been stupid and selfish. Grandpa cared about me a whole lot. He'd been worried when I ran off, and he'd gone out into the rain to look for me. I tried to apologise, but when I opened my mouth, I just started crying. I don't think I've cried that much since I was a baby. But he just smiled and patted my head. I asked him if he'd ever regretted adopting me. His eyes got all wide, and he said, "Of course not." He told me that he was looking for a really important lady, and because of that, he'd had to give up on pretty much everything else in his life. But when he took me in and started raising me, it felt like he'd gotten some of what he lost back. That was when I decided I'd stay with him forever. Even if he said I couldn't. And credits. We're calling that an ending, apparently. I guess. Did we learn anything? No. Screw learning. We're here to hear Quark's weird backstory. I mean, the main thing we're learning there is that, yeah, him and Temyoji clearly do not come from the time that we remember. With all the abandoned buildings and salvage and root beer being the most expensive thing and the theatre coming to the town weekly with news and stuff, it very much sounds like they're post-pandemic. Anyway, we've watched these credits before. Away, credits, we have more game to see. Tenmyoji End. Oh, I assumed that was Quark's End. My favourite EM Forster book. Anyway, we got a second end. Look, there's a person there. Has that unlocked anything? No! We've gained nothing. Well, we ticked a box. Well, guess we're going right the way back into the first chromatic door choice when we want to pick magenta. We jump. Let's go. Fi and I will go through the magenta door with Luna. I think we'll pair up with Luna and through the magenta door. You guys good with that? Sure. Alright. Then Clover and I will go with Alice, who is not dead.
As long as I get to go with Alice, I'm fine. I don't have any objections. We'll be going through the yellow door, right?
That means Dio, Quark, and I are going through the cyan door. Ugh. Stuck with a kid and some old fart. I can't see how this could possibly go badly. Well, maybe we got lucky and you'll pull your head out of your ass. What did you just say?
10 seconds remain until chromatic doors close. 9, 8, 7. We need to hurry.
Alright guys, let's get moving.
3, 2, 1, 0. Chromatic doors closing.
Wow, 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 wow. So, where will the magenta door take us? Where haven't we been around here? Oh, the lounge. Or to say it in the accent of Dio, who says it like it's his favourite word in the world. Lounge. I just enjoy that, right? What is this place? Didn't you see the door? It said this is the lounge. Lounge? I mean, there's somebody living here?
Well, there doesn't seem to be much dust. Maybe there is.
Huh. So we've got a well-used lounge right next to a big empty warehouse. What is this building for? Yes, because this is before we know anything about the pandemic or anything. It's me.
It looks like there are 4 doors in here.
Yeah, the one we came in, the one opposite it, and 2 more on the left and right. The 2 on the sides are covered with metal plates, though. I don't think we'll be opening them anytime soon. I guess that just leaves us one option. Ah, Sigma. Oh, no good. This one's locked too. I didn't see any other doors in the hallway we came through. Maybe we can find one of the keys to the AB room in here somewhere. Well, it's not going to find itself. Let's go. This is how it works. You get an hour of escape rooming, then an hour of story, and now we are on to hour 3, so that means more escape rooming. There's a system. What the hell do we have here? What is this, a mixer? Yes. Button. Nothing happens when I push it. What the hell is this? The helmet? Sure, try putting it on. How on earth does this look like a helmet? Well, if it's not a helmet, what is it? Maybe it's a bread maker or one of those automatic cat feeders. What? Okay, we're just going to leave the conversation there. Great, love that. Here's a hole for garbage. What's this thing? Some kind of sink? Nah, clever. If you get wasted, you can just puke into here. That's not what it's for. Well, it might be.
There's an icon on the counter above it.
Oh, I guess it's a drain. You pour leftover drinks down it. Presumably means we will have to be making the right cocktail, and that will let us retry. Here we have 2 needles and an empty glass.
A glass? Do you think it could be a cocktail glass?
I mean, yes, by my cunning application of eyes.
There's nothing in it.
That conversation happened and I started accidentally skipping through it, but whatever. I wonder what this screen's for. It'll show the passwords.
It doesn't look like it's turned on.
Can you see a switch?
No, nothing.
Okay. Guess we move then. Over here we have a mysterious disc. What's this thing? Some sort of top? It's got these cones in the centre.
Yes, but look at the edges. It looks like part of a map. Could this be part of the Earth?
Okay. It's the Northern Hemisphere. I think you find that's a semi-hemisphere, please.
This looks like a model of the Earth. Or at least part of one. This has Eurasia on it. It's like someone sliced the Northern Hemisphere in half. I guess we can call it the Northern Hemisphere for now.
Semi. So if we put the disc in here first, because this is the frame for a globe. I wonder what this is.
It looks like a banana hanger.
What? Is that even a thing? Yes! And I know this because we used to own one.
Of course. You've never seen one? Well, anyway, it only looks like one, and I think it's something else.
So we have no idea what it is, after all. Okay, maybe if I combine the disc and the hemisphere? This isn't working. Guess I can't combine the disc and a single hemisphere, so I need to make the hemispheres and then put them on. Okay, fair enough, arbitrary, but I can run with it. A lighting fixture with a cover on it. Doesn't seem to be anything strange about it. Cupboards. Cupboards are the most important thing in any escape room. What's this? What's this? Note.
It looks like a page from a journal.
Yes, it is 5 minutes past 4, I am aware, thank you. Found a fragment of a bartender's diary. Well, let's check it out. 3 customers came in today. A couple and their son. The father sat in the centre with the mother on the left and the son on the right. When I came to take their order, they said the following. Father, my wife likes the colour red and I like white. My son has always liked ocean. Mother, my son has loved the colour blue ever since he was a child. My husband likes island and I like planet. Son, my mother and I like moon. My father likes anything green. One of them was a liar, but I swiftly made their drinks and handed them over. Okay, so, formal logic time. Which of them is a liar? Well, father and son contradict each other. Mother and son also contradict each other. Meanwhile, father and mother do not contradict each other, so we ignore son and listen to the parents, and then you can work everything out. So, presumably, because we have 3 coasters over there, this is a clue on the drinks we have to make. So, father likes white and island, son likes blue ocean, mother likes red planet. That was strangely written. But over here we have a southern hemisphere. What's that? More globe. It's a northern hemisphere. Let's combine it with the other northern hemisphere. Most of the northern hemisphere. Well, we'll combine it with the mysterious disc. A northern hemisphere with disc. Anything behind these cushions? Huh? There's something behind these cushions. Told you. Is this a magazine?
What's it about?
Looks like astronomy. We found an astronomy magazine. I mean, we've read most of it already in other word lines, but a magazine about, of all things, astronomy. This issue appears to be about lunar eclipses. This article says a lengthy lunar eclipse will occur at 4:50 PM UT on the 31st of December 2028. In other words, at 4:50 PM you can see a total lunar eclipse. Wait a minute, 4:50 PM? Weird, but sure. Ah, we have clock hands, don't we? Looks like a clock, but it doesn't have any hands.
Do you think those needles you found might go on there?
Yes, that's why I've got them. Let's see. There we go. Can I move them? Well, I put the hands on the clock, but nothing's happening.
What if you move them?
Move them where?
I don't know. Experiment.
Alright, let's give it a try then. So, let's start off with 4:50 PM, shall we? That's 5:50. What am I doing? Which is green sun. How about 4:50? That's the shorthand at green and the longhand at sun. Green sun. What? Oh.
There's a beam of light coming out of the center of the clock.
That's pretty impressive. Alright. Alright, what is it illuminating? This patch of wall? Ah, it would be illuminating something on the globe, if only the globe were complete. Can I get around the side of the bar? No? Can I move this other cushion? That other cushion. Yes! Hey, come on, that was a real sneeze. It was dusty. Oh, alright, okay, I guess. What happens if we put one of these glasses in the drinks machine? Nothing happens when I press this button. I wonder what this Y means. It's a martini glass. There's one right there. Oh, there's the rest of the thing. We must be able to get behind the bar. There we go. Combine with Sun Hemisphere. Combine with rest of world. Find globe.
There are a lot of bottles here. How would you like to have a drink with me?
Wait, no, the Sigma said that. How'd you like to have a drink with me?
Huh?
You really think this is a good time to be making a pass at someone? Wait, what was the Lamau in chat at? I honestly don't remember what just happened. She's getting all nervous now. We have planet alcohol, and ocean alcohol, and island alcohol, and moon alcohol, and sun alcohol, and red liqueur, and yellow liqueur, and white liqueur, and green liqueur. Lamau was the what's this white for? Okay, and blue liqueur. God, I love it when my alcohol of choice is just a colour, and the rest of the alcohol is nothing. Is Sigma starting a bar? Yeah, we're just pocketing all the alcohol in the world. Anyway, let's put the globe back in place. Oh, I get it. Completed globe goes here. Yeah, just like this. Perfect. Okay, so it now says blue planet.
It's a globe.
Look, some letters appeared on it. They say blue planet. So, okay, this has then highlighted red moon. Also, it says lion. I'm not sure why it says lion. They're big fans of the documentary series Blue Planet? Yeah, but really, who isn't? Okay, so that means we've now got two sets of three, because we've got the one from the logic puzzle note, and that here we've got green sun, blue planet, red moon. So we can start pouring alcohol into this and making some cocktails to then put on these coasters. I assume this is the puzzle. So, I'll need to actually look into it to see which one is which. Sun alcohol. This machine is amazing and I want one. And green liqueur. Shazam! Instant cocktail. The glass is full of liquid now.
It looks like we've made a cocktail.
Green sun. No, I don't put it back. Anyway, Blue Planet was the next one. Just there we go. There's Planet. And colours I can see from here, so that's good enough. I want to add a glass. You do think they make these machines? Excellent. I legit kind of want one, but then I am a sucker for a gadget. And I do make, I do make cocktails. I've become something of a connoisseur of the non-alcoholic spirit. Artesian cocktail makers, they are far too expensive. I mean, yeah, that's usually the way. And then the next one was Red Moon. Moon alcohol. Went past red liqueur, damn it. Tabasco sauce. Martini glass. Make of the drink. Takes 6 bottles at once. That's something. Huh? Hey, this thing's lit up. It looks like it's made to light up when you put a cocktail on it.
Let's try putting some on the other coasters.
Yes, I know. I've already done the puzzle. You don't have to tell me how to then finish doing the puzzle. Hey, good job. All the coasters are green. Green means I got it right?
I think so. Look, something happened on the screen.
There you go. Here's our exit password. Yes, we saw them in the AB rooms. We know. But now, we take the cocktails away. And we throw the cocktails in the trash. So this is a drain for throwing away leftover drinks, huh?
Yes, I think so.
I'll toss this cocktail then. No, why waste it? Drink the thing. I'd like to, but what if it's poisoned? You just made it! See, I think it's better if I just pitch it. There it goes. Well, now I have an empty glass again. Throw all the cocktails in the trash. Scroll through all the items in the world. And now we go back to that archive note. So, we know the sun is a liar, because, you know, children, why do they even? So that is White Island, Red Planet, Blue Ocean. White Island. Blue Ocean. Just went past it, didn't I? And a glass. And Red Planet. This is... I do think you get a lot of puzzles like this where it's... Even when you've got it, there's a bunch of steps to the actual execution that's slightly finicky and annoying.
The coasters are red.
It doesn't seem like anything else is happening.
Red isn't usually good, is it? Do you think we did something wrong?
What? have I got? Blue Ocean, White Island, Red Planet. That's... one of them is a liar. Ah, the father sat in the centre with the mother on the left and the son on the right. Okay, so they have to be in order. So that'll be White Island in the centre. And who's left? The bartenders left or our left? Let's say it's our left. And if not, I'll switch them. So White Island in the centre. Red Planet on the left. Blue Ocean on the right. No, it's from the bartender's side. There you go. Huh? Blue this time. Yeah, they're all blue.
There's something happening on the screen.
Yeah, all the suns. We found the things, we did it.
The safe is just like the one I saw in the AB room.
Yeah, Sigma and I saw one just like it. So do you think it opens the same way? We'll try it and find out. F around, and indeed find out that was the wrong one. This is the right one. Okay, let's see what the hell we find in this file. Whether we'll learn more about termites. Awesome. It opened.
Good job, Sigma.
Well done. Let's find out some secrets. Oh. Oh, this is just going to explain things we already know, isn't it? Well, let's find out. What is the Nonary game? It's a deadly game that 9 people have been forced to play. Its official game is Nonary Game Ambidex Edition. As part of the Nonary game, participants must also play the Ambidex game, or AB game. What's the purpose of the Nonary game? To escape by walking through the door marked with a 9. How do you open the number 9 door? You have to earn at least 9 BP. How do you earn BP? Go to the AB room, play the AB game. How do you enter the AB room? Next to the AB gate is a card reader. Just slide the designated card key into it and the door will open. Where are those card keys? Behind these CDs. Chromatic doors, and I've just realised it's ABs and CDs. Supplementary rules. Oh, this is just the one saying you can go back through places you've already solved. Pair and solo. In addition to a number, each bracelet will say either solo or pair. Each colour will have 3 bracelets, 1 solo, 2 pairs. The 2 people who have the same colour pair bracelets will share the same fate and must vote together as one. BP. This refers to bracelet points. The number of BP you have will be displayed on your bracelet. If your BP is greater than 9, then you can open the number 9 door and escape. However, if your BP drops below 0, then the needles built into the bracelet will activate. The number 9 door. This door is found in the warehouse on floor A. Anyone with 9 or more BP can open the door and escape the Nonary game, so in a sense this door could be considered the ultimate goal of the participants. Once the number 9 door closes after someone with 9 BP has opened it, there's no way to open it again. During his explanation, 0-3rd said that the number 9 door cannot stay open more than 9 seconds. This is not strictly correct, however. The time period 0-3rd is referring to is the time when the door is fully open. That means if one takes into account the time when the door is opening and when it's closing, it is open for somewhat more than 9 seconds because it is the slowest door in Christendom. And a total lunar eclipse. At certain times, the Sun, Earth and Moon align in such a way that the Moon is completely within the Earth's shadow. This causes the Moon to appear reddish-brown in colour as light from the Sun passes through Earth's atmosphere and reflects off the Moon's surface. Incidentally, the game refers to a lunar eclipse on New Year's Eve in 2028, which is, or rather will be, an actual event. It will be visible only in the Eastern Hemisphere at 1652 UT. Huh. So wait, how many of the secret files have we got? Because there are 16. 1, 2, 3, 4. Missing 5, 6, and 7. 14 and 16. We've got 11 of them. we've in theory learned something. Now let's open it for real. I mean, I suppose I could just check the safe combinations because it's the same thing. Star, sun. I must say, I do like the conceit in this of having all the puzzles have an answer and a secret answer. It's a nice twist.
Huh? I guess there's another password that can open it too.
So it would seem. So the rules told us. There's a bunch of stuff in here. Let's see. First we got a map.
It says floor A in the corner.
Yeah. We can take a close look at it later. There's still more stuff in there. Why don't you get the rest of it first? Right. Next we've got a card. 2 cards, actually.
Do you think these could be the key cards for the AB rooms?
I mean, it says on it.
See, it says Ambidex's room right on them.
Yeah, see? Yeah, you're probably right. Now we can get into the AB rooms. That means we can start getting more bracelet points.
Once we've got 9, then we can open the number 9 door and get out of here. At least that's what that rabbit said.
Yeah. How are we supposed to get back to the warehouse? That's where all the AB rooms are. We can go back the way we came, but that door's locked. I think the answer to that isn't safe. See? Read this note. This is just the supplementary rules.
I see. So, in other words, once we get out of here, we can get back to the warehouse. Right?
Yeah, seems like it. So that means this key here is the last piece of the puzzle. But I'm keeping all the bottles of alcohol I may at some point need to distract Tenmyoji. Or just get lashed. Thing that keeps the door locked. It's the lock. It says lock because it's locked. We've got the key we found in the safe, so we can put it in the lock to unlock the lock. Oh wait. Oh, there was more actual conversation here. Anyway, there's something I want to talk to you about before we open that door. Well, what is it?
Don't keep us in suspense.
You should probably hear this too, Luna. I want to tell you about total lunar eclipses. During a total lunar eclipse, the moon is entirely covered by the Earth's shadow. That doesn't mean the moon just disappears or turns black, though. It actually reflects light that's passed through Earth's atmosphere. But this makes it appear to be red. Essentially what's happening is that the moon is reflecting the sunset. So the moon looks red during a lunar eclipse. Yeah, I think so. So, why are you telling us this? I just thought I should. What kind of an answer is that? Anyway, that's it, I'm done. Hurry up and open the door. Come on, what are you waiting for? Get on with it. Alright, fine. Time to get on with it then. But hey, only half an hour this time and we've found it. And now we'll have lots of very familiar storytelling. Another elevator.
Do you think it works?
Only one way to find out, though. Hey, someone's coming. Whip-pan. Oh, it's the jingle. Why did they go with the jingle bells noise for K? It's like Alice, Clover, K.
And Dio, Quark, and Tenmyoji.
And everybody pants. What's going on here?
We ran into them a little while ago. Well, not literally, of course.
I don't know, with a prow like that, I imagine you run into a lot of things. Let me see the map. Oh, sure. Everyone ends up at the same place. We know this. Can't fast forward because this is technically new. So hey, guess we're all hanging in it together while we watch every route that goes to the same place. Yeah, I get it. All 3 routes end up here.
That's the same as the map we found in the infirmary.
The infirmary?
Oh, we found a map like that too. Ours was in the crew quarters.
That's so. We found ours in the lounge.
Maybe we should sit down for a bit and exchange information.
No. There's plenty of time for that after we check out this elevator. Still can't fast forward. Really, is this going to be the last 15 minutes of the stream just doing old dialogue that we can't fast forward because it's mildly different? Fun. Question mark. What the? This is just like the other floor.
These doors have colours on them too. The one on the left is green.
Ah, we have finally merged.
Looks like we don't have a choice then. Gotta head back. Quark, why don't you show him that note we found?
Sure.
Oh, did it say something like supplementary rules? Because if it did, we have one too. We found ours in the infirmary.
Yeah, we found one too. It's in a safe in the lounge. A faster forward. Back to the lounge.
So, this is the lounge.
It would seem Zero's notes were telling the truth. Getting back here was easy enough.
That means we can all go visit the infirmary too.
No, the crew quarters.
Hey Grandpa, check this out. It's some of your favourite scotch.
Oh, tempting, but I don't really think now's the time.
Well, hold on. Grandpa? Wait, we've heard this. No? Since when were they buddies? Had they always been that close? We heard this. No, apparently not. In other words, they'd known each other before the Nonary game, and if Quark was calling Termites Grandpa, maybe they were even related. Maybe he stole him and lives in a post-apocalyptic wasteland. Who can say? Alice and Clover seem to be close too. Maybe they're both government ninjas working together with a lot of slightly weird sexual tension. Just how many of these people knew each other already?
Let's go, buddy. As soon as we get out of here, I can drink all the scotch I want. And I will, because I'll have a lot of trauma to repress. And you can drink all the root beer floats you can stomach.
What? You're gonna get me a root beer float? But, are you sure? Do you have enough money?
Oh, ye of little faith. I found an old factory full of rare earth metals the other day.
Yeah, out of... God, can you imagine if we'd hit this route first? Can you imagine this conversation out of context? I mean, you probably can imagine on account of that's what a lot of this game has felt like. Fast forward. Was the rare earth metals actually in the game? Oh yeah, that was something Tenmyoji actually said. He found a factory full of rare earth metals the other day and that's why he has enough money to buy root beer floats. We've definitely heard all of this. 03 explains the Ambidex game. Oh, we found a dead body in this route as well. Really? Really? The first route we went to was the only one where we didn't find a corpse? Huh. Let's get her to the infirmary. She might be old, but she's still a woman. We're gonna do an autopsy. She should have some privacy. Come on, boys. Let's go. D.O.K. and I gingerly lifted the woman up and carried her to the infirmary. Perhaps he just didn't consider himself one of the boys, or maybe it was something else, but whatever the reason, Termites only stared. Goose! His whole body was rigid, like a rope pulled almost to its breaking point. It was his eyes that caught my attention. He wasn't staring at us, not quite. It was more like he was staring toward us. A smouldering spark of something burning silently behind his gaze. It wasn't until we were almost to the infirmary that I realised Termites hadn't spoken a single word since the moment we found the body. I turned to look back at him. He was following us to distance. We've heard this. We've heard this. We can fast forward this. Termites is very discomforted. Lunar explains the Adam.
Ah, yes, I remember.
Yes, because now Kay was in there.
Oh, yeah? Just how the hell do you remember that? Because Alice, Clover, and I examined this entire room.
Yeah, and fast forward again. Do the autopsy. Talk about voting. We're really going in there? I kind of don't want to. I mean, there was a dead lady in there just a few minutes ago. Oh, wait. Fi? Where'd you go? Up here. Up? Whoa, what the hell is she doing? I mean, we don't know. We can't see her. She's not in the background. You must be really desperate to get high. Hey. Seriously, that's the best you can do. I was expecting something about how I jump at the first sign of trouble. Whatever. What are you up to up here, anyway? Everybody's already gone into the AB rooms? Yeah, well, there was something I wanted to check out. And that is... this thing. Remember it? The hatch. Try opening it. Sigma does love just tugging on things you can't open. No luck. Won't budge. And that means this AB room is locked down tight. No one could get in. Talking about whoever killed that old lady, aren't you? Yeah. You still think it's Kay, huh? Well, like Clover said, if Zero Senior is the killer, then it wouldn't matter if we could open the hatch or not. I know. I just wanted to be sure. 5 minutes remain until Amidex game polling closes. Let's go. I imagine Algernon's waiting for us. Who the hell is Algernon? He's a rabbit? I think there's a reference being made there that I didn't get. Probably an American thing. Look. There's something on the screen. We've heard this. No? Yeah, you're right. The reference was Phi referred to Zero, I think, as Algernon, and Sigma was like, he's a rabbit, actually. Well, looks like there's no going back now. Astute observation. Okay, we've definitely heard this. Yeah, the only change there is the description of the groups. Flowers for Algernon reference was... is there a rabbit in that? Oh, yeah, it's... no, it's a... what is Algernon in that? Is he a mouse? I haven't read the book, but I know of it. We explain the prisoner's dilemma. Okay then, I think that about does it for the basic rules. Well, actually there's a little bit more, but I'll just have to wait, I guess.
After all, it's almost time.
We've heard all of this.
Hey, wait. No. I won't wait, and I can't wait. Didn't you hear me? It's time.
That's apparently a symbolic rabbit's foot in the book. Oh, okay. Haven't read it. 1 minute remains until Amidex's game polling closes.
You see, it's time for me to be hopping on out of here. See you later. Have a nice trouble.
We don't have time to talk about this. Choose betray. What? You're kidding. You really want me to betray Luna? We don't know if she'll ally or not. If we choose ally and she chooses betray, we're screwed. That's a loss of 2 points. You tell me, Sigma, what's 3 minus 2? What kind of idiot do you think I am? I mean, Sigma, please. It's fair. It's 1, obviously. Exactly. If our BP gets down to 1, it's over. So, wait. What do you mean it's over? 30 seconds remain until Amidex's game polling closes. Just press the damn button. You're hiding something. Yeah, you've been suspicious from the get-go. I mean, how do you know my name? How about when we found that old lady's body? You didn't even blink. Almost like you knew she'd be here. Look, I don't want to believe it. Did you? Are you? Fine. If you won't do it, then I don't think so. I'm not going to move until you give me some answers. If I don't do anything, it'll just vote ally for us anyway. So let's hear it. What are you hiding? What's "it's over" supposed to mean? 10 seconds remain until Amidex's game polling closes. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. When your BP hits 0, you die. That's what I mean. 1. Okay, no, that was actually quite a well done dun-dun-dun moment, just in case you hadn't worked it out already, but, I mean, in character, it's still a good drama moment. Anyway, I'm going to pick the dick move first, because that's how we roll around here. We're just filling all of the flowchart up from right to left, in case you haven't worked out my incredibly genius system yet. Yeah, we know how all this goes. It's not letting me fast forward, but I can manually fast forward. As Fi and I stepped out of the AB room, I could see the others running toward the monitor, shoving and pushing to get closer. Tenmyoji was left behind, his footsteps a slow, heavy plod. What had happened to make him like that? Were you telling the truth? If our BP hit 0, it'd be really... Well, you chose betray because of what I said, right? Don't worry. You made the right choice. You better not have lied to me just so I'd choose betray. Well, 0 will tell you if I lied or not. 0? Yeah, we know all of this. You'll see in a minute. Let's go, Sigma. Hey, what do you mean 0 is going to tell me? Hey, Fi! Hold on! Damn it.
Good. Looks like you're all here. Finally. Let's get ready to rock. Ambidex game. Round 1. The results. If everybody will please direct their eyes to this monitor.
All betrayal all the time. Wow, every pair betrayed. Yeah. You're all on 601.
Sigma? Why did you and Fi do that? All we had to do was choose ally 3 times, and we could all escape together. After this, we only would have needed 2 more rounds, and we would have all had 9 points. But now why?
I hung my head. There was no way I could look her in the eye and try and explain what I'd done. It was me. I told him to betray you.
What?
There's a way to get out faster. If you're successful twice with betray, you'll get 3 points each time, which gives you 6. That means you'll have 9 BP after the second AB game.
I know that. Is that why you chose betray? So you can escape before the rest of us?
Hey, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to get out first or anything. Just wanted to have a little leverage.
How is leverage supposed to help you?
Well, I was planning on getting out of here with everybody else anyway.
You're lying. What makes you think I'm going to believe that?
Their eyes met for a long moment, but all I could see in Luna's was sadness and disappointment. Fi opened her mouth, then shut it again and looked away. I was about to apologize to Luna when...
Hey! What were you thinking? I'm sorry, Alice. I didn't think to choose ally. What? You really think I'd betray you? Well, no, that's what I thought at first. But Kay Kay told you to choose betray, didn't he?
Yes, I did. I was sure you would vote similarly.
Are you listening? I'm not going to vote betray against Clover.
Is that so? You never considered that we might choose to betray you?
What?
Clover would never choose that, of course. What if I was your sole opponent? I understand it might seem strange of me to say this, but who would trust a man who hides his face? If I were in your position, I would be quite certain my masked opponent would choose betray.
Well, but it wasn't just you. Clover was there too.
Yes, she was. But if I'd chosen to end an argument by force, do you think she would have had any chance? I was certain you'd choose betray for that very reason.
So that was why you didn't?
Yes.
After he explained his thinking to me, I thought he had a good point. It's alright, I understand. I'm so sorry.
I apologize. This is very unfortunate.
The past is the past. There's no sense complaining about it. I'll just have to try and get those points back in the next AB game.
That was when I finally noticed Dio, Quark, and Temyoji. Let me give you a little warning, Temyoji. That little shit is a hell of an actor. I'll bet you money he's a born con man. I don't know what he is to you, but if I were you, I'd trust the kid as far as I could throw him. And at your age, that can't be much. You hearing me, old man? Keep an eye on him. It looked like things hadn't gone as planned for the other teams either. Nonetheless, we all seem to have reached some sort of truce. And on that truce, I think that's a fine time for us to stop for today, because as I say, I have to get off a bit early because I've got to go and play a league match. So yes, I think we'll wrap up there. Let's save, shall we? Okay, so I will say, as ever, thanks to everybody who's watched. Thanks if you stayed to the end, means a lot. If you've been watching this, you know where to find me, but just in case, this is twitch.tv/Serasent, SERASENT, the House of Hubris. You'll see that all on the title card in a second. And I'm streaming more of this every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 2 PM British time. That is 9 AM Eastern, 6 Pacific. Other time zones are available. And yes, we'll be continuing until we get to the end of this, and then we'll be doing the next game. Because there's 3 of them, and I've said I'll do them, and I bloody will. This has been a trip, as ever. So, yes, again, thanks. If you want to be notified when we go live, because sometimes I do extra bonus streams, give us a follow. If you miss anything and want to catch up on it, VODs are on my Twitch for 8 weeks afterwards, or about 2 weeks afterwards, you can go to my YouTube, youtube.com/users/rf191999, or just click on the link down, I think, like, there. It's in my about, it's right there, it says Stream Archive, where you've got all my VODs going back to the very start of the channel, nearly a year ago now. There's a lot of games in there, so take your pick. I'm sure there's something you'll enjoy. Or maybe there won't be, in which case, let me know what you'd enjoy, and I might do some of it. What else? If you think that me receiving cryptic notes from small children from a dystopian future is worth your money, you can, of course, sub or cheer on the Twitch, but you very much don't need to. Just turn up and chill and hang out and be fun, and everybody will have fun and just be cool. And yeah, if you want to see me in other projects, then check out twitch.tv/TheBards Playhouse, that's TheBardsplayhouse, where you can see me every Saturday night at 6:30 PM Eastern, that is 11:30 PM British time, because I sleep occasionally, promise. Where you can see me in an ongoing Vampire the Masquerade 5th edition Fall of London Chronicle. It is a lot of fun. We're getting near the end, but there's still going to be lots of drama ahead. And, I mean, throw them a follow anyway, because they're good people, they do good stuff, they do a lot of good games. And if you want to see me elsewhere on the internet, where I tweet bad jokes and stream notifications and occasionally other things, then check me on Twitter at Waruce, that's WARUCE. Stick around after we go to the title card, because I'm going to throw a raid over to Tom Crosby, who is streaming for his 30th birthday today. So let's go say hi to him before I have to vanish again to play this quiz. Yeah, so, love you all, and I will see you again on Saturday. Bye.